Hello friends, it's me, I'm Rahul. I'm a civil engineer from India. The purpose of this video is that I want to share the experiences that I had while being at the 10 days Vipassana Meditation Camp, which I attended recently. Before talking about the same, I would very briefly like to tell you how exactly my spiritual journey started. It may sound a little contradictory, but my spiritual journey was initiated by the materialistic success of two of my cousins, one of them being an ex-Air Force official and another being a lawyer. So a few years back, both of them were being successful like anything. I mean, they were achieving anything that they were wishing for. And more importantly, the calmness that I could observe that had seeped in both of them, the calmness, the bliss, I mean, ever smiling, and the more the work, the more calm they are. That is what attracted me to both of them, and I asked them independently what exactly is going on, and the answer was common, that it is meditation, which is working like anything, and only meditation or dhyan, as they used to call it, is real. Rest all are peripheral. And since once you start doing meditation properly, the efficiency levels rise automatically, and that gets reflected in the work and the success also. So I thought, okay, let's give it a try. Like all of you, I too had heard that, oh, meditation brings the eternal peace and happiness, and these words like Kundalini Jagran and third eye opening, and I was too fascinated by them. So I thought, okay, let's give it a try. But for first 6 months or so, I wasn't that serious. I used to do it, but not on the regular basis. And so after 2 or 3 months, I concluded that no, it's not working for me. Probably what they are telling me is rather exaggerated statement. Meditation doesn't bring that eternal bliss or something that we talk about. Enlightenment is a very fancy word, and which is certainly not achievable. This is what I started thinking after being into meditation for 2-3 months. However, as the time passed, after this is the thing with meditation. Once you start doing it, then it gets stuck with your life. You can't leave it. You cannot just ignore it. So after a break of 1 month or so, I again started doing it. Yes, it is true that I needed motivation from again these two guys. But anyways, I started, and this time I made sure that okay, I will be very disciplined, and I will continue doing it at least for a substantial period of time, and I will come to a conclusion whether it exactly works or it doesn't work. So in that course, I did experience a few things, which I don't think is the right thing to share here. But I just want to say that those experiences were large enough, substantial enough for me to convince that okay, so what all they talk about meditation isn't fake either. You really experience something which just cannot be put into words. So even though I would like to underline the fact that those experiences were very small, and now that I have come across after 2.5 years of my meditation practice, I can say those experiences were not even the first basic step. But still, what they do is after experiencing those things, you just do not need any external factor, any external person or book or video to convince you that okay, so this is the right path. So anyway, so that's how my meditation journey started, and it was helped by YouTube videos of various spiritual gurus, including Eckhart Tolle, Osho, Jiddu Krishnamurti, Rama Maharshi. Then I even went to Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev's Isha Yoga Center at Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, India. And but after a while, let's say, I think it was about 1.5 years or so into meditation, I realized that okay, you do not need to go anywhere, you do not need to go to Himalayas. Basically, everybody is teaching the same thing. All you need is to do that in a disciplined way, be it at your home, be it at your office, or wherever it is possible. So the correct thing is, the more important thing is that do you do it correctly, rather than you do it at a certain place. You do it at a Himalaya or you do it at a home, it is an absolutely same thing. Yes, ambience does matter, but largely it's how you pursue it, how you look at it, and how badly you wish to know yourself. The ultimate truth is what matters. Anyways, coming to Vipassana, so in my spiritual, as a part of my spiritual journey itself, I thought that okay, I think Vipassana may show me the next step. So what now from here? So I heard that this in this Vipassana meditation, you will be totally isolated from the external world. There will be no phones, laptops, TVs, or anything of not even newspapers. Nothing will be available to you for 10 days, and all you are supposed to do there is meditation, meditation, meditation. So that idea really excited me, and I thought that okay, I'm supposed to live a life of a monk for 10 days. Let's give it a try. So I went there, I registered myself at dhamma.org, which is their website, and according to my schedule, though, I booked my 10 days course. So you are supposed to reach there a day before the camp starts. So I reached in the afternoon a day before, and so first you need to proceed with the registration, and you need to submit all your valuables, including phones, wallets, and everything, which they keep in a very safe custody and return to you very safely on the last day. So I was allotted the rooms on the first day. There is no meditation session, but at around 6 p.m. in the evening, they gather you and tell you about the basic rules. Well, there are 5 main rules, but the primary of them being maintain a noble silence. Irrespective of which Vipassana meditation center you will go, you will find written all over, please maintain noble silence. So what exactly is noble silence is? See, silence we all understand. You are not supposed to utter a single word there for the 10 days, for the entire duration of the camp. And but noble silence means you are not even supposed to make eye contact or any gestures, or you are not supposed to pass any smile. Basically, total silence, no interaction whatsoever from outside world. Ideally, you are even supposed to maintain silence in the mind as well, but it is easier said than done, so it is a little difficult. Anyways, so what I meant to say was that rules there are very strict and they are all very disciplined, but then these rules are for the sake of seekers good only. So it takes a day or two to get adjusted over there, but eventually when the camp ends, you realize that all those rules were indeed very legitimate and very necessary. So those rules are briefed to you. So the camp starts on the day one. Before that, I will tell you. I would like to tell you about the routine which is being followed for all the 10 days. So the timetable works out like this: that at 4 a.m. There will be a wake-up call from the persons that volunteer over there. So, and at 4:30 a.m. sharp, you are supposed to be at the Dhamma hall, which is the meditation hall. So there is a meditation session from 4:30 to 6:30. Then there is a break of 1.5 hours. You are supposed to take your breakfast and do some rest, freshen up, etc. But you have to be there at the Dhamma hall or the meditation hall at 8 a.m. Then meditation session is 8 to 11 a.m. Then there is a lunch at 11 and a 2-hour break up to 1. So you can have your lunch and rest a bit. Again, then there is a meditation session from 1 to 2 or 2:30, and then there's a break of half an hour, and then it continues up to 5, and then there's a tea at 5 p.m. Where you are offered tea with biscuits or very light some snacks. Then at 6 to 7 again a meditation session. Then from 7 to 9 there's a discourse by Goenka ji himself. Goenka ji is basically the founder of the foundation, which is continuing the teachings of Gautam Buddha, who got enlightened through Vipassana only. So Goenka ji himself learned this Vipassana at Burma, and now he's, in fact, he was teaching everywhere. Unfortunately, he expired in last few years only. I don't exactly know in which year he left us, but it was only 3 or 4 years back only. Anyways, so this is the routine. No dinner is being served. Only the main course will be given twice. One 6:30 breakfast, lunch at 11, and that's it. And after that, you just have tea at 5. So there's no dinner. Anyways, so on what happens on day 1, 2, and 3 is they prepare you for Vipassana. When I say preparation, you first need to understand what Vipassana is. Then only you will be able to know, you will be able to understand that, okay, so certain kind of preparation is required. So Vipassana basically means learning the art of observing vibrations that arise in your body time to time, and then learning the art of not reacting to them. Well, it may sound confusing to you, but I will explain it in the easiest possible manner. See, we all have heard right from the, since childhood, that everybody says the same thing, that the only way to always be at peace is not to get very happy when things go your way, and not to be very sad when things do not go your way. So, but point is, how exactly to do it? It is just not possible to do it from outside. Irrespective of how much effort you will make to control the thoughts, it is practically impossible. So Vipassana is exactly the solution towards that. It works on the fact that whenever a thought arises in our mind, whether it is a positive thought or it is a negative thought, or it is a thought of fear, insecurity, anxiety, jealousy, frustration, whichever the feeling may be. So corresponding to that thought or that feeling, there are vibrations that generate inside our body. So we just need to learn to observe these vibrations and not to react to them, irrespective of whether these vibrations pertain to a happy thought or it pertains to a thought which is rather depressing. You have to maintain equanimity. And when once a seeker gets this mastered, and he learns how not to react to vibrations, automatically this thing works inside out, and you no more react to the circumstances happening in the external world, and that's when that divine peace that we all are looking for sets in. So this is all the principle of Vipassana. So coming back to the camps, of on day 1, 2, and 3, there you are being prepared for Vipassana through an exercise called Anapan. What is Anapan? Anapan is basically to focus on your breathing. So on day 1, you are simply told, just observe that you are inhaling the air and exhaling the air. While most of you must be thinking that, oh, we have heard about this breathing thing a lot, but I would request you to please watch this video till the end, because it is something different than what they taught me over there. So anyways, on day 1, you are simply supposed to observe the breathing, that okay, air is going in, and then you are exhaling the same. Then on day 2, after 8-9 hours of practice on day 1, on day 2 you are supposed to observe that through which nostril are you inhaling and through which you are exhaling. And for those who probably won't be knowing, it is not a permanent process. We usually inhale through one of the nostrils. Which one? That keeps on changing. Yes, very rarely, probably once a day, it happens that we breathe, we inhale through both the nostrils and we exhale through both the nostrils. And that is when we say that we are breathing through Sushumna Nadi. So the one is Ida, the left, or other one is Pingla, and the third one is Sushumna. So Sushumna is when we are using both the nostrils to inhale and exhale. So on the second day, you are supposed to know that through which nostril you are breathing. Then on the third day, you have to go further deeper, and you are supposed to observe that when you are inhaling, where exactly is the air touching the walls of nostrils and walls of your nose, your skin, and similarly while exhaling. So this is all is basically, this process serves two purposes. One, it helps to check the sway of the mind, which on day one will be huge, then on day two it will be the mind will rather slow down, then on day three you will find that it is concentrating way more than on the earlier days. So this exercise Anapan serves the purpose of helping you to concentrate your mind, which in turn helps in Vipassana. And secondly you get to you get to be aware of your own body, what exactly is happening, where exactly which thing as light as air is touching you. So you become a little sensitive towards the whatever is happening in your body. So, and on the fourth day, Goenka ji tells himself what exactly is Vipassana. Before I talk about that, I also want to say one thing, that one of the best things over there is that irrespective of which Vipassana center you will go, you will learn the exactly same thing. Reason being that there are no manual instructions. All instructions are pre-recorded. All audios are by Goenka ji himself. So there is exact uniformity maintained at all the centers. Anyways, so as I told, on day 4 it is being told that the Vipassana is to observe the vibrations that arise in your body and then not to react to it. To commence with, you are supposed to focus individually on each of the body parts, starting right from your head, then going down slowly to your face, then various features of the face, your sense organs, then to your neck, then to shoulders, arms, chest, legs, and similarly the back. So basically you are supposed to devote 1 or 2 minutes of time to each of your organ, and then carefully and patiently observe the kind of vibrations that you are feeling in each of the body part. Believe me, on day 1 of Vipassana, that is day 4 of the camp, initially you may feel like that, oh, nothing like this happens, that this is all kind of hypnotism that they are practicing. But believe me, be patient over there. On the 5th or 6th day, you will observe what you haven't observed in your life till date. So even in my case also, I couldn't feel anything on the day 1 of Vipassana, as I focused repetitively on head, then face, then going down to toe, and then toe to head. All I could feel was a little irritation, a little warm somewhere, and on the head I could feel a little as if some ants are moving or things like that. Then it was being explained that yes, this what exactly you are feeling right now is exactly what you are supposed to feel. Do not look for vibrations, do not look for anything out of the world or anything out of the divine. If you are able to feel the air that is flowing and touching your body, maybe because of fan or AC, or if you are able to feel the pain in your back because of being sitting erect in the meditation posture, it is fine. Initially observe these what I would say broader, these are also kind of vibrations only, but these are very broader kind of vibrations. So on the then similar practice goes on 5th day, and on the in my case on the second half of the 5th day and 6th day as a whole, I started feeling certain subtle vibrations in my head, and especially on my face. I could actually feel that, I could actually sense that, okay, these are kind of proper vibrations are there. It is difficult to put that into words, but it was definitely certain that I hadn't experienced these earlier. If I could relate it to the nearest, then it would be, suppose when we are when suddenly a fear strikes us, so we kind of get trembled, and there is a kind of vibrations there. So those kind of vibrations, a continuous flow, but there is no fear, there is no ecstasy. It is you are at very ease. Still you can feel those vibrations in the various parts of the body. So slowly and slowly I inquired each of my body part and to find out the vibrations. They were there in some, weren't there in others. but it is being explained again and again that do not be depressed by the fact that you are not feeling vibrations at all, or you are not feeling vibrations in certain areas. Do not worry, just keep working, just keep working. And that is exactly what I kept on doing, and it paid, because from 7th day onwards I could feel those vibrations, which in Hindi language they are called Sukshma Samvedanaye. Sukshma means minute, Samvedanaye means vibrations. So Sukshma Samvedanaye, the other one, the broader one, like the irritation or like the warmth, these are called Sthul Samvedanaye. Sthul is broader saying. So on the 7th day onwards I could feel the Sukshma Samvedanaye, that is all those deep vibrations from deep within throughout my body. So I continued my practice for 7th and 8th day. Then on the 9th day you are being told to observe the continuous flow of vibrations from head to toe and from toe to head as a whole, from body as a whole. So far we were observing the vibrations individually in each of the body part, but now you are supposed to observe the continuous flow, that kind of a channel, that kind of a stream that you can feel from your head to toe and toe to head. And after a few hours of practice you actually are able to observe that, and that is probably the most beautiful thing that you might have experienced. But the issue is, while they keep on repetitively, the teachers which are there, and in fact the Goenka ji himself, the audios, in his audios he keeps on repeating again and again, please do not get excited when you experience this flow which is called dhara pravah. So do not get excited, just observe it. But point is, it is so beautiful, and the point that you are experiencing, and the fact that you are experiencing is for the first time, so naturally you get excited. But that excitement settles down after few hours or few minutes, and that is when the real work starts. You are supposed to calmly observe this continuous flow of energy, this continuous flow of vibrations from head to toe in each of the body part, even in the fingers, in the thumbs, at the back, and everywhere you can observe it. So this all is what Vipassana is all about. Then the question rises, is what next then? Okay, we have observed the vibration, what next? The point is, you need not do anything. Rest will be done eventually, gradually, by its own. Just keep on practicing these things, just keep on watching these vibrations without giving any reaction whatsoever. Rest, which is the change in your practical life, and then rest of the things which are heavy words I shouldn't use here, but things like enlightenment and knowing yourself and knowing the universal truth, etc., all these will come naturally in due course of time. I haven't yet experienced those, but I know a lot of people who have. So this was all what I could feel over there. And the best part was, it is a general myth that okay, if you have to go into meditation, then you are supposed to quit your family and your job and just go to Himalayas. No, on the day one itself, Mr. Sri Goenka ji sits with his wife, and the video, the discourse that you will see, where he clearly explains that it doesn't matter whether you are married, you are single, or it doesn't matter. What matters is that you do Vipassana, you do your meditation sincerely in a disciplined manner. So this was it. I hope this video proves useful to you. I tried to explain all the facts, but still, if you have any questions regarding what exactly Vipassana meditation is, or about the Vipassana meditation centers, then please leave your comment below. I will try to answer those. Thank you. Take care. I just want to say the last thing: I am not a spiritual guru, and I am certainly not enlightened. I am just a seeker like the rest of you. But yes, by God's grace and by my the sincerity that I was able to show in last 2 years or so, I have experienced a little things, but nothing more than that. And what all experiences that I have experienced, I have briefed them in the form of spiritual blogs, the link of which I have mentioned below. Thank you. Take care, and do visit 10 days Vipassana camp at least once in your life. Thank you.